AEW New Japan Forbidden Door 2023 results are in the books. The main event. What? What? Why? What happened? We're gonna get to that in a minute. Quickly though, from top to bottom, this was a phenomenal show. A show that was long, a show that was 5 hours, but a show that was really, really well done. Typically, AEW pay per views are good, but they can drag at times. This show flew by. So, quickly, let's get into the rest of the results because really, there's two matches that you have to talk about, including that main event. I can't get over that finish. Quickly, the Tom Lawler Adam Cole match they got next due to Cole dealing with an illness, so Lawler beat Serpentico on the dark match. So there you have it. Mogel Embassy they went over Chaos in an 8-man tag on the pre-show. Athena went over Billy Starks to advance in the women's Owen Hart Cup tournament. Uh, El Phantasmo defeated Stu Grayson on the pre-show, and Tagagi, Bushi, and Tanahashi went over United Empire to finish up the pre-show. So you didn't really miss much there. The opener, MJF retained the AEW World Title over Hiroyoshi Tanahashi in about 15 minutes. CM Punk defeated Kajomi in the Owen Cup men's Owen Hart Cup tournament first round match. They went 13 minutes. The next match, Orange Cassidy defended and retained the AEW International title in 11 minutes over Zack Sabre Jr., Shibata, and Daniel Garcia. Sonata, no surprise, retained the IWGP World Heavyweight title over Jungle Boy in 10 minutes and 45 seconds. The newsworthy thing coming out of that match was Jungle Boy turned heel on Hook. So you have that direction. The Elite and Eddie Kingston and Ishii went over the Blackpool Combat Club, as well as Takecha and Umino in 21 minutes in a 10-man tag. Tony Storm retained the AEW Women's title over Willow Nightingale in a lackluster match. And here's the first match out of two that we need to discuss: Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. The match went 39 minutes and 45 seconds. I did not think that their Wrestle Kingdom match could be topped. Oh, but I was wrong. Both guys got bloody. Both guys did their finishers. Both guys had near falls. There was one spot where Osprey hit the one winged angel on Omega, and Omega kicked out at one, and then did like this Hulkamania fire up that was really, really cool. There was outside interference by Don Callis. Osprey almost won it by using a screwdriver. In the end, though, he went over with the Stormbreaker, a phenomenal match, an instant classic. You have to check out this match. Sting, Darby Allin, and Naito defeated Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Suzuki in a very forgettable trios bout that ended in 15 minutes after Sting and Naito hit a double team clothesline. Okay. Main event, and this is where things get interesting. Bryan Danielson versus Okada. It went 27 minutes and 40 seconds. After all this, they ended with a very, very flat finish. Look, going into the show, I thought Danielson versus Okada should have been main event. But as that Omega Osprey match was just going on, I was like, oh no, they made a big mistake because Omega was mega over in front of the Canadian audience. Obviously, he's from there. Um, they, I think you had to limit your expectations to a certain degree, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know. It just didn't click. Okada and Danielson just did not click. And the finish was so they did this slow pacing match. Bryan Danielson worked over the right arm of Okada throughout. We're building, you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, and then Danielson put him in a label lock and tapped him out after working over the right arm. It was almost as if they did a TV match and they were going to build up to a pay-per-view match. It was very, very odd. There's been no reports regarding a rematch being in the works, although I presume you could for All In August at Wembley, but I highly doubt that. I hated this finish. I absolutely hated this finish. Danielson hit his running knee a few times in this match, and when he was doing that, I was like, that's his finisher. You know, like I get that he uses the label lock as his main primary finisher, but for the majority of his WWE run, at least, that was his finisher, and he just used it as like a signature or a setup. Very, very odd. I wasn't the only one. A lot of people were complaining on Twitter, but what do you know with Twitter, right? People people complain just to complain. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Am I overreacting on the finish? Let me know down in the comments area below. See y'all in the next video.